Good morning, everyone. This is Donna, and today I want to talk to you about the 7 basic tips if you're planning to work in Singapore. So, not all of you know, but I've worked in Singapore for 8 years. So, I wish someone has told me about this before I went there. So, I'm gonna give that to you. The 7 basic tips. Let's start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is know your basic Singlish. So, guys, this is same meaning, different terminologies. For us, it's comfort room, washroom, or bathroom. For them, it's toilet. So, if you're gonna ask someone, where's the comfort room, where's the washroom? Well, if they're from there, and especially if you're talking to elderlies, I don't think they're gonna get you. So just say, where's your toilet? So that simply means washroom or comfort room, yeah? And also, la, lo, le, me. Those means absolutely nothing. So if you would hear someone say, okay la, ken me? Yola, means absolutely nothing. Yeah? Hold on, you're gonna get it, I promise. Because what I just said, you will hear that in Singapore conversation, every Singapore conversation, yeah? And we call elevator. For them, it's called lift. And if you're gonna go to a convenience store and someone would ask you, do you want a plastic bag? I mean, for us, if I go to a convenience store here, they're gonna ask you, hey, do you want a plastic bag for that or something like that? But for them, they're also gonna ask you, but plastic bag, carrier. And not only that, we usually say, yeah, I can make it. Yeah, that's possible. Sure, can. I'll be able to do that. But they have this very short form of saying all the things that I just said. Can. It's just one word. Can. So if you're in a conversation like, hey, would you be able to go to the meeting later? Can. Can la? Can. It simply means okay. Affirmative. Yes, I can go to the meeting. Nice, right? That's my favorite actually. Very short. Can. Okay, so that's tip number 1. These are just some basic examples, but know your basic Singlish before going there, yeah? So let's go to tip number 2 is buy an Easylink card. So Easylink card is very useful. It's actually a must to have because this is what you will use for transportation. Going, if you want to take a bus, MRT, then they use Easylink card. You can buy it in the MRT station. It's being sold in 7-Eleven as well. So buy that, please. Especially if you just arrived, just buy it. Top up and buy that because that will be very useful, especially if you don't have transportation there. I mean, if your company is not giving you a car or things like that, then just buy an Easylink card. Transportation system in Singapore is amazing. So that's tip number 2. So let's go to tip number 3. Tip number 3 of what you should know. Ghost month. It's for the whole month of August. Please, if you see food on the street, do not touch the food on the street. They're not for you. Also, if you see this tin can that looks like a trash can that has holes on the side, it is not a trash can. Do not put trash on that. because that is where they burn the death note for their loved ones who passed away, and the food is also for their loved ones who passed away. So do not touch it. So I'm from Philippines, and I'm in a place where there's not much Chinese people here. And I actually did not know any of this. I mean, I did not touch the food or threw trash in that thing. I don't know what that's called. If anyone knows, you can leave a comment below. So it's just that someone informed me. Good thing someone informed me about that, because I asked why are there food on the streets or the side of the street. So that is the reason why. During Ghost Month, it is a very important month for them. So, yes. Take note of that. Make research on that. So, let's be respectful of their beliefs. Alright? So, that's tip number 3. And tip number 4. Let's go to tip number 4. Tip number 4. Find a place near your workplace. My goodness, this one is very important, guys. If you're a foreign talent working in Singapore, guys, you can manage looking for a place near your workplace, because that one is very important, because I know transportation system in Singapore is very good. However, there are times that there are some technical difficulties in the MRT, so there are some delays. And also, if you live far away, rush hour. They do have rush hour there too. So you don't want to be late, especially if you're just starting work. So if you can, find a place near your workplace, because in the long run, it's going to save you money too. Yeah? So that is tip number 4. Tip number 5. Tip number 5. Guys, if you're by yourself and if you're just starting working in Singapore, don't buy a lot of furniture. Don't buy a lot of things, because hopefully it doesn't happen to you. There will come a time that you have to move to a different location. A lot of things can happen. Let's say the owner of the house that you're living wants to sell off the house, or the flat, I'm sorry. Or maybe it's your flatmates, you're not getting along, so don't buy a lot of things, especially if you're living by yourself. Otherwise, you might hire a lorry to move the things, to move all your things to the new place. Or let's say, for example, you don't have that much of personal belongings to hire a lorry, but it's a lot. You're gonna have a difficult time moving it by yourself. Or you can ask your friends to do it as well, but that would be such a hassle, yeah? So my tip is, don't buy a lot of things, especially if you're just starting out, yeah? Plus, if you have your laptop, your mobile phone, your iPad, I mean, they have very good Wi-Fi connection there. You can go on YouTube or Netflix. You can watch from there. You don't have to buy a television or other furnitures, because if you're renting a flat, you can use the furnitures there if it's fully furnished. I suggest for you to rent a flat that is fully furnished, by the way. So it'll be easier for you to move out. Just buy your purse, just buy clothes and shoes and just your basic needs. I mean, that's what I did. And I moved 8 times, you know. In 8 years, I moved 8 times. Okay, tip number 6. Whatever you do not start a fight. So guys, I'm not telling you to be a pushover. I'm just telling you not to start a fight. Because that will not just reflect badly on you, it will reflect badly on everyone that's from your country. So let's say, for example, I started a fight. I'm Filipino. If this became viral, they're not gonna say me personally. They're not gonna say a lady started a fight in. No. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna say a Filipino foreign talent started a fight in. That is what they're gonna say. So it's gonna reflect badly on everyone that's from your country. So do not start a fight. I'm not telling you to be a saint, because if someone hurts you and you're just trying to defend yourself, then by all means, just don't start it, yeah? And also, you can call the police, 999. And there are CCTV everywhere in Singapore. So if anyone started anything, they can see that immediately, who started it first, yeah? So do not start a fight. That is not your country. So do not do it. Alright, that's tip number 6. And we're about to be done here. So let's go to tip number 7. Tip number 7. Guys, Singapore is a conglomeration of different races. So just remember to be respectful of their religious belief and don't debate. Just don't. Because I hear a lot of Filipinos like debating. Don't do that, please don't. Okay, so basically that's it. We're done. So guys, I hope this has been useful to you. I hope you got something out of it. So if you like this video, we can do a part 2. Just leave a comment below if you liked it, or if you want me to tell you more about Singapore. I've been there for 8 years, so just feel free to ask. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel for more upcoming videos. Until next time, yeah?